was like, sorry, I'm thinking with the wrong head. And I was like,
I hate him.
no, he's lovely.
I feel like he says that to other people. I feel like
Maybe.
he's practiced
Like, that's
that
his
line.
jam, baby.
I mean, yeah, you probably don't come up with that drunk on a Saturday night at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking with the wrong.
He said that once to a girl and she laughed out of pity, and now he says it to
Every girl,
woman.
every single woman on the street, it doesn't matter. He's just saying it.
He's talking to his mom on the phone. He was
Sorry,
like,
Mom, I'm thinking with the wrong head.
Bringing this audio note to you from outside. If you guys can hear the birds chirping. Editing on this episode is brought to you by Cool Hand Movers again for the next, I think, week. We have a week left on this campaign. Cool Hand Movers is matching Patreon donations and donating them to the Queer Detainee Empowerment Project. Incredible organization that helps queer folks coming out of immigration detention centers get the resources that they need to be successful at a really critical time in their lives. Queuedup.org for more information if you want to volunteer. And Cool Hand Movers is a local moving company. You get 10% off in the New York City area. I've spoken with them personally. They're wonderful people. So go check them out on Instagram, Cool Hand Movers, coolhandmovers.com, patreon.com/WHGS. Enjoy the episode.
okay, well, we're here.
Yes.
We
Hi.
are. Hello. We
Hi.
are in the apartment.
We are. This is amazing.
We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex.
That we are.
I think Franqi just came.
I did. I mean, jizz everywhere. It's amazing.
YouTube people, Patreon people, this is the episode for you. There is cum all over my apartment.
If there was a black light, it would just be jizz, except for my hands, weirdly. Like, how did that happen? Why are my hands pristine? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm a Jedi.
We're having gay sex with Franqi French today.
Yes,
Which I just
French
met.
Kiss
I just
is my brand.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fun.
Is that like Instagram handle or?
No, it's just I'm going to use it for something at some point. I just think French. Look, Ashley, okay? It's that. And then I also have the French Quarter.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, right. That I want to film something in NOLA.
Okay.
And then title it the French Quarter.
We don't know what it is yet.
No, I don't know what it is.
But something will be filmed.
Something will be. Yeah.
You're manifesting.
I'm manifesting it.
Yes.
I manifested Dave Chappelle into my life.
It.
I think
Frenching. You stupid whore. That's so good. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, I love that.
Wait, go on about Dave Chappelle because you have a great Dave Chappelle story.
Oh,
This is when I met you. You were telling Sam.
I did tell a little bit about
then I
it.
saw your set and I thought we have to get this woman on the pod.
You're so stupid, and I love that.
Turns out you're blowing up.
I'm
You
doing
are
stuff.
You're the winner of Stand Up NBC.
The current reigning champion, yes, ma'am.
You just filmed something with Anthony Anderson.
I
saw
did,
on your, which
yesterday, which was
obviously has to
awesome.
be good news.
Truth be told, that's only my second acting thing.
I believe that.
And the first one was like even bigger. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm like, these dummies think I'm an actor. Like, this is hilarious. I'm not.
But you're a person. You've got such a strong point of view and personality.
Oh, thank you.
That when you're booked for something, and I'm making assumptions, obviously, but I feel like if you're booked for something, they're booking you.
Yeah, right.
Only
Yeah,
you can do you.
Sure, like for sure, because I can't do anything. This is it. But yeah, so Anthony Anderson was so sweet and so lovely. He was like, Franqi, I was telling my mom that she needs to pay attention and take notes. You're a legitimate actress. Like, you're amazing. You're incredible. And I go, Anthony, I said, this is my second acting thing. He goes, shut up. I'm like, no, seriously. He's like, well, you're literally a natural. Like, we thought like you were like an actor for years. I'm like, no, buddy, this is like a brand new thing that I apparently became an out of work actor in quarantine.
You manifrenched it.
I manifrenched it. Yeah. Bananas. So it's kind of cool.
I'm really glad that you're here. I want to talk a little bit just about like your set because
Oh, please, yeah.
Wait, we might as well because we're doing them.
Yeah.
And I have such a great intro for you today, Kate.
Okay.
So Kate is my cancel coach. They keep me from getting canceled.
Oh my God. We are best friends. I love it. Go ahead.
Great. I'm in.
I'm always like, cancel me. I'm a gay, bisexual, black Muslim woman. Challenge accepted, bitch. Like,
So this is part of why you just did the intro.
That is the intro.
That's
Oh, sorry.
the intro.
No, that was perfect.
It was literally perfect. But when I saw your set, you said that you were bi. I obviously knew you were black.
Clearly.
And then you mentioned that you have a queer daughter.
I do. Super gay. The gayest person that exists on planet Earth.
So why is she so gay?
So this is why she's so gay.
I don't know. What are your child's pronouns?
Oh, they, them. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
So they're
from getting canceled already.
Oh, thank you. Well, so this is the thing with them also. They're very free with their gender. And so even if you misgender, technically they don't really care. They're just like, these are my pronouns. Please be respectful. If you are, if you misgender me, it's fine. I get that you're working on it. You know what I mean? Because the they, them is brand new. It's only like, whenever you tell me, it's like literally a few weeks new.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like very, very new. So this is my daughter. Yes, I'm saying daughter because they prefer daughter, but they're also they, them, he, him. And I'm like, you know what? You beautiful fucking Pegasus unicorn. Perfect. I don't know what's happening, but mama likey. So, but yeah, they are the gayest person on the planet. So we do a podcast called By the Way They're Gay. And it's like a parenting podcast for BIPOC, LGBTQIA youth who, just in general, but it's really targeted towards kids who don't have good coming out stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just want them to, one, see a positive parent-child relationship.
For sure.
And also to like have a place where they can find hope and commiserate and, resources and things like that. So on the podcast, we're talking about me being bi.
Are you open?
Very open, yeah. In our marriage, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
So
gross.
then,
I could, be with a man all the time. Barf. No, thank you. I'm sorry, guys.
So maybe they'll be your wingman in the future.
Well, no, because we talked about it. I was like, you do know that Daddy and I have an ethically open relationship. And at some point, we've had girlfriends in the past. We may have a girlfriend. And they go, well, she better not spend the night because sometimes I get scared. And if I need to come in your room and get in the bed with you, she better move over. I was like,
this is the future, kids. This is the fucking future.
I love that.
Your kid's gonna have a night. Your they, them, he, him daughter is gonna crawl into bed with you with your mommy, daddy, and girlfriend.
And girlfriend. Be like, scoot over. And wash your hands. Why are your hands clean? Okay.
I love that your daughter's like talking like they're a full-blown adult, and then they're like, but also if I get nightmares.
Yeah.
It's like that
very
sweet in
sweet.
between.
So
sweet.
I'll tell you.
Because these topics are not out of bounds for your family.
Oh, no. We talk about all the stuff and the things. Yeah, I feel like no one talked to me about anything. So, like I mentioned before, I grew up Muslim. So this was just a no-no area.
Listeners, Franqi gestured to
my vajazz.
Yeah.
Because it's shiny. But yeah, so we never talked about any, like I got my period and thought I was dying. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get to go to sex ed, none of that. It was like, nope, no sex ed for you.
That's relatable. I knew what a period was and I still thought I was dying. I mean, it's a reasonable reaction.
Fucked up. My mom had serious separation anxiety, so like really didn't want to have those like puberty conversations with me. And my therapist told me what a period was. My Fred, my male,
hilarious
90 million year old therapist told me.
So you're gonna get the lady times, and it's when you come of age, and you have to give your secret garden to a gardener.
He's also a woman named Ethel that I do Shabbat with every week. On Mondays he's Fred, and then on Fridays he's Ethel.
Clearly, and when you stepped into womanhood, he sat Shiva for your childhood. So really sweet.
Well, we're so glad to have you here. Let's do for real intros. I'm
nice.
Ashley Gavin. I'm a comedian. I'm a cis gay white woman. She, her pronouns. And then Kate, I have a great intro for you today.
Let's hear it.
The gender-free referee.
Oh!
Keeping me from getting canceled. Blowing the whistle so I can stay down in your thistle. It's Kate Sisk.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Kate Sisk, the gender-free referee.
That's fantastic.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, the same way that your daughter seems very like free and open with gender, I am caged and tortured.
Hilarious. I am living my nightmare.
So any pronouns, I'll cry in response to any of them. I'm a white bisexual lesbian dyke, and I'm fat, baby.
Oh yes, the fat in the chat.
fat in the chat.
I love it.
Do you mind introing yourself?
Oh, yeah, sure. So we're basically twins because I'm very gender fluid.
Yeah.
I'll take he, they, her, she. It doesn't really matter to me. King is my main preference.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, queen of everything. I'll go with that too. I'm a comedian. I'm a bisexual woman married to a man. It's gross. And I
identify as poor choices made.
Yes, 100%.
According to your daughter.
Oh, that girl. Boy, I don't know what's happening there.
But you're trying.
You know what's cute though?
And you love them.
Their dad always called them baby girl from the time they were little. Mm-hmm. And once they said I'm they, them, he, him, now he calls them baby they. And it's the cutest. How cute is that?
I did just get chills.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
I didn't get chills, but
I did get wet, though.
Feel fine as a woman, but didn't affect me personally. Didn't go deep into my memory bank and thought about my own father and wished he called me baby they, which is something that you should think about. But
how cute is that? Yeah, I want to make baby they t-shirts to sell at shows for people because I'm sure they're not the only person that would love that.
Yeah.
It's such a sweet term of endearment. You have like baby girl, baby boy, but no one's ever called really anybody baby they.
And baby person doesn't have the same.
Baby person doesn't have. It feels hurtful. Like I'm an adult. No, you're not. You're a baby person. Right? It feels like. But that's my intro, and I'm Franqi French. I'm a comedian, actor.
Natural
actor. I'm a natural actor. Thanks a lot, Dad. He's not an actor. I don't know why I said that. That made no sense. Yeah, I'm a wild person. So
we love you.
Yeah,
you're great.
Oh my God,
it's always great
so
to record with another podcaster because they just fucking get it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love podcasting, interviewing, just talking shit. My favorite fucking thing on the planet, and I curse a lot.
All right, well, but no, we don't care.
Yeah.
We're making merch that says there's so much clit here, so
yeah, I need one immediately. You know what? You know the t-shirt that our podcast Nonprofits is making?
Tell me.
Don't shit on my chest and tell me it's finger paint.
Okay. So I can't wait to hear that story.
There's literally no story behind it. I was trying to remember don't piss on me and tell me it's raining and I couldn't.
Oh.
And that just that just came out
funny.
But you found it.
But I found it. Right.
Yeah,
I found
and
it in
it's
a
better
different
than the original.
It's better than the original. I'm like, yeah, I think
Modernized it.
Modernized it. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. So the story of this podcast is that I was in serial monogamy for like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Did a year of hoeing. I needed it because my relationships were pretty rocky, pretty bad.
I dig it.
And I was like
toxic shit, just kind of like, yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
A year of that, I met a wonderful woman who I had a really healthy relationship with.
Nice. I love that.
Not great timing. So the split was very amicable, and now I am hoeing again.
I love
and at some
it.
point, I'll find a shorter way to brief guests on all of
No,
that.
I love it. I love
feel
that
like
for you.
it's like the sequel of a horror movie, like The Hoeing Part 2.
Hilarious. The hoarding. I love it.
The Hoeing Part 2, the slut is back in town.
The strap is coming from inside the house. Wait, I want to do more.
It's like the classic horror trailer image of your fingers trailing along a wall, and then they just end up in a pussy.
No, it's coming out of one and into a new one.
And I was going to say,
It's like a snail trail across glass.
Yeah.
Duh, come on.
That's
Get
perfect.
with it.
That's perfect.
And in the beginning of the movie, one cis straight male dies.
Oh my God, immediately.
That's in the opening scene.
It just opens to his death. Like, we don't even know how or why, but it's bloody.
No.
Yeah.
He says, yo, you're a lesbian, you want to have a threesome? And that's
That
the
is
moment
definitely-
before the hoeing. I don't know what I kill people with.
And then,
I think.
Yeah.
but then right before, as you're coming to murder him, he goes, you should smile more. And then, yeah. Like he's so aloof. And then it's just, yeah. I like it.
Cuts to you smiling more, covered in blood.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Blood splattering up in my face.
Ashley, we think it's Ashley, but then it cuts to and it's my daughter. What? And
Twist.
she's murdered the guy and smile. Yeah, okay.
I'm fine to be cut from the role,
That
honestly.
was too
I'm happy.
dark.
You know what? I'll write it. They can have it.
I'm sure Franqie's daughter's a natural actor, just like their grandfather before them.
who is not at all an actor. He's just absent. But kind of like an actor.
Sort of more of a magician, really.
More of a magician.
A performer,
Well,
though.
that was my mom. She was a delusionist. And so she was deluded about everything. Like, she just was the biggest. So my mom gave me away when I was born.
Where are you guys from?
From New York.
Okay.
We're from Brooklyn. We're from here. And when she had me, she just left me in the hospital. Like, I'm good. Ugh, gross. I didn't mean to do that. Are you serious? Yeah, my grandma came and got me. So my grandma really raised me. So there are points in my life where I lived with my mom, but it was really me and my grandma going to help my mom with her terrible children. Yeah. It was really what it was. So my mom was always a horrific monster. Like, she tried to murder-suicide me when I was 8. I'll tell that story later. But
you don't have to.
Oh,
if you want to.
No, I'm fully healed from it now. Like, it took years, and this healing happened literally in the last 3 years. Yeah. Because before I couldn't even think of her without bursting into tears.
Yeah.
So she was a delusionist. Like, she was completely deluded. And she told me things like, yeah, I speak French. And she would go, voulez-vous que ça fasse ça? Like, it's nothing. Those are nothing words. But I'm a little kid. I don't know. I'm
Is that the beginning of voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
It is. Will you sleep with me tonight? That's the only real French she knew. And so I met a friend in 4th grade who was a French exchange student. And they came home with me. And I'm like, oh my God, my mom speaks French. I'm like, say stuff to them. You guys speak the same language.
Yeah.
And then my friend, after she did that bullshit, my friend's like, your mom doesn't speak French. I'm like, well, what does she say? And they're like, nothing.
I can't believe that your mom committed to the bit.
I know.
With a French person.
Yes, with an actual French person. My mom was
Is your mom Donald Trump?
Yeah. She's Black Lady Donald Trump, 100%. She's totally deluded. Yeah, complete lunatic. When she actually died of AIDS, and when she got it, so she was.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
you've been through a lot.
No, I won, so it's fine. So, well, she did try to kill me. I'm like, but you're dead now, so.
You're like, I'm fully healed, and now I will be announcing my life trauma as if I was a sports announcer.
Coming in third, we have Franqi French. Okay, but seriously, so when she told us, the family, that she was HIV positive, she tried to tell us that she had gotten it from this judge, that she was the Supreme Court judge she was dating in DC. I'm like, are you sure it's not the heroin hemophiliac Haitian guy that's gay for pay? Are you sure it's not that guy? Because I feel like it's probably that guy.
Also, wait, can we back up? How did she meet the who was she sleeping with?
So, okay, she was sleeping with both of these guys.
Wait, she actually slept with a Supreme
This guy
Court judge?
and Scalia?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, which one? Clarence Thomas?
It was a white dude. Yeah, it was a white guy. And so
it probably was Scalia.
That sounds probably right. Could have been. But we lived in Reston at the time, Reston, Virginia. If you know anything about Fairfax County, literally has been, and I don't know if it is still now, but was the richest county in the world. And a lot of government people and hoity-toity whatever's lived there. So our friend group and the people we would be around were really successful, high up government type people or their kids. Mm-hmm. So her friend group, they would do shit we're going to the Hamptons. I'm like, bitch, you're poor. How are you going to the Hamptons?
Yeah.
But she had these really wealthy friends that would take her jet setting all over the place. Also,
and she was lying about speaking French, and God knows what else she was fitting
in.
And
God knows what. And she's beautiful.
And I guarantee you, some of these people were like, we have black friend,
right?
Black Muslim friend,
black Muslim friend. Well, she wasn't Muslim anymore at the time, so she was just a whore. And so so she would hang out in these really she was with the Prince of Egypt one night, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they would do these kind
incredible.
of things. So, but on the flip side of that, she also had these dope friends too. You know what I mean? And these people that were really were parts of the underbelly of society. She would take me and hide me under a blanket and drive to DC and be like, hey, so take this bag up to that building. They're going to give you another bag. Just bring it back. It's fine. Oh, yeah, they were taking me on drug runs. I could have literally gotten murdered, arrested, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about your own talent? Because nowhere near these types of experiences. But sometimes I think about my rocky relationship with my mother. Mm-hmm. But then I think about the good in her. And your mother obviously was a weirdly powerful person to be able to,
kind of toe that line between all of these worlds.
Between these worlds.
Yeah.
And obviously an extremely flawed person and
super flawed, yeah.
More than you can say, just from what I've learned just now. In healing your relationship, even just internally, do you ever think about I did inherit something. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. I'm exactly like her in many, many ways. And I think that was her issue with me almost, that I was a better version of her. And she, you know what I mean? And she never got, because she had dreams.
You got your shit together. And
Yeah,
you
I mean,
had to
I
be
didn't
strong.
for a long time, though. I didn't even know what my shit was to be together. I didn't even know my shit could be together. Do you know what I mean? Like, I struggled for years trying to understand how the world worked because no one really prepared me for it.
Yeah.
You know, and not like, no blame game, like, oh, my life was rough because, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying in reality, I didn't know how to be a solid person. Like, I had to put a lot of work and a lot of time in to learn, like, oh, okay, this is how you should parent. This is how you should be in relationships. You know what I mean? Things like that I didn't know. Because every example I saw was horrific.
Yeah, yeah.
And abusive. Like my sister, my oldest sister, she had a boyfriend right out of, I want to say she was like 17, 18. And he was very wealthy. She got pregnant. He wanted to marry her. Solid dude. And this is how fucked up my family was, or our upbringing was. He comes home one day and the house is in shambles. There's blood like dripping through the house.
I killed a straight man in there. Sorry, I saw one go in. I had to take him out.
But he calls the police, obviously. My sister's nowhere to be found. He calls the police, obviously. And the bottom line of what actually happened, she had just staged the scene like she had been kidnapped to like manipulate him to do a thing that she wanted. You know what I mean? And so they clearly broke. He was like, this is psychotic.
Yeah.
You know, this is beyond the pale. Like, good luck with that kid, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
None
Wow.
of which is okay. All of it's bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's like the kind of examples of relationships that I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't, so, you know, I thought, oh, okay, well, you abuse and manipulate people to get, that's how they know you love them.
Yeah.
No, that's not how people know.
Yeah, and it
Right.
takes, I relate to this so much because like Jen was the first healthy relationship I ever had, and I literally had to do all this work to retrain my brain to not, and sometimes like, this is very vulnerable, but sometimes I'll like listen to certain songs or I'll look at old photos with a particularly toxic ex, not because I'm missing them, but because I realize it like taps into the old way that I knew love.
It's familiar.
It's familiar.
It's like comfort food. It's
Yes.
like mac and cheese.
And I mindfully, I don't do this often, but I'm very mindful where I'm like, almost as a comparison where I'm like, wow, like this feeling is so different than what I now know love to be.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
really, it takes so, you gotta, if you're not talking about your mom in therapy, you're never gonna fix it.
No,
You
you're
gotta
not
talk
gonna
about
fix
your
it.
mom.
Yeah, you have to. So that's kind of most of my backstory. But actually, it's not. There's so much more.
Well, we've got time. I will talk about my gay sex from this week though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
Although that
let's-
was very gay sex.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It was like, that's the type of pillow talk that you have after gay sex.
Just unpack
Hilarious.
your entire life.
Yeah, and all your trauma. I wanted to talk today a little bit about, okay, so I dated this girl for like 6 years. Super codependent relationship, long distance. And she's dating this new person, which is fine. It's been a really long time. It's been like 5-6 years
Oh, wow.
since I've
okay.
dated them.
Yeah.
We had like a closure meal. You know,
Okay.
like
Nice.
we don't talk very often.
What did you have for the closure?
Yeah,
meal?
I was
so
going to say, well,
I'm
because
so
if it's like a
curious.
Caesar salad, that's not closure. Okay.
We went to Westville.
Okay, what's the, I don't know, I'm not familiar.
It's like a diner, but with a lot of vegetarian options. Sort of modern diner,
Nice,
modern New
okay.
York diner.
Okay.
Okay.
What did I have? Probably some sort of veggie thing. What did she have?
Probably some sort of veggie thing.
Yeah.
I'm more of a vegetarian myself. That's my preference.
Yeah, we had this closure meal. She's dating this new girl. They
Love
bought
it.
a house together.
Oh, wow. Cute. Okay. How long have they been dating?
A number of years.
A
Maybe
number of years.
3
Okay.
years.
All right.
The girlfriend directly after me, I believe. Maybe a year or two
Now,
after
have they
me.
worked on themselves?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
We're
Okay.
not friends.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
probably shouldn't know this information.
Gotcha. All right. No, that's fair. I love this for you.
Because
yeah.
another thing that I've talked about in the podcast, but that I've kicked as a habit because I realized it's so stupid, is the old Instagram check-in.
Oh, no. You
Yeah.
got to delete and block. You got to block. You can't be tempted.
I didn't block, but I'm not doing it anymore. But while
Yeah.
I'm like clean from the Instagram check-in for a few months now.
That's good. I'm proud. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so you've
that's
been
good.
sitting with what you're about to tell us for a few months.
Yes, I've known this information for a while. The girl she's dating, I got a text message from my friend Sarah. Shout out, Sarah. I know you're listening.
Hey, Sarah. Wow, wow.
Hi.
Oh, you got to name this. You got to name my ex-girlfriend so we don't out them.
Oh.
You want some information?
No, I'm just gonna name.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Man
gonna
of
go
friendship.
with Ajubi.
Ajubi. So Ajubi, great name.
Thank you.
Is that a real name?
It was the name of my favorite stuffed animal when I was little.
Oh, that's
that my
really
brother
sweet.
murdered. So go ahead.
All right. A lot of murder in this episode.
And left it on my bed, like stuffing out. What a monster. Okay, go ahead.
As a
Are you guys still
warning.
close?
He's actually my favorite brother now. Yeah.
Well, he's creative. Ajubi, she texts me, my friend Sarah. She goes, "Why is Ajubi dating a bootleg you?"
We call that a poor man's Ashley. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be a poor man's,
Poor
blah,
man's
blah,
Ashley
blah.
Gavin,
Yeah,
and
love
I'm
it.
actually gonna bring it up.
So it's like you're from Amazon and she's from Wish. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh my gosh.
I need to see this immediately.
I do need to see it
what
as
do you,
well.
Ajubi's girlfriend? What do you name her?
Oh, Ajubi's girlfriend, Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Yeah, just
So I was like, you
Felt that
don't
in my
think that Chi-Chi looks
Like
a
me?
little bit like me?
You brought it up.
Yeah.
and what did Ajubi
Why did I
say?
do that? Why did I do that?
don't
What did
know.
Ajubi
What
say
is wrong
though?
with me?
You're a genius.
This is a deep episode where we are just revealing horrible
I
information
love
about
this.
ourselves.
I love it. Love
She
it.
cut
so
her
much.
hair, so I'm gonna go back in time pre-haircut. Let me get to the backwards hat shot. We gotta
Yeah,
get the
that'll
backwards
really
hat
seal
shot.
the deal.
I hate that when I've been stalking a friend. I'm like, wait, I want to show my friend's thing, and I'm like, wait, did you delete that post
Where
from
is that?
36 weeks ago?
Where is that post? I'm intimately acquainted with this.
Well, maybe you
Here we
brought it
go.
up and Ajubi was like, delete.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I do see it.
it's
Yeah.
you.
and this little video, if you can't tell, is a sketch comedy video. So yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean when you have such a strong type like that?
I mean, I think it means it's your jam. Like, I dated a guy once because he looked like Tupac. That happened in my real life.
It's different. That's totally different.
Did you ever accidentally say Tupac?
No, but I did say, get the fuck out of my house. I did say that. 'Cause he
Did
was
you
an
ever say,
idiot.
I knew you were alive?
Yeah. No, this was actually, yeah, Tupac was not dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Tupac was actually
Like
still alive.
like right now, similar to now.
Okay, thank you. Finally, someone tells the truth. He is totally still alive.
Where
Okay.
is he?
I don't know. I'm looking. I don't know. Hey, Pac, if you hear or see this,
Yeah, because he's definitely
Yeah.
a huge fan of We're Having Gay Sex.
just DM me. Just yeah. Well, he did come out. Well, his brand came out with a line of Pride-related
Oh,
Tupac
cool.
gear, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I'm asking is because I'm shitting on my Ajubi right
Yes,
now for
we
dating
are.
someone that looks like me.
Well,
The
that,
bootleg
in my
version of
opinion,
me.
means they're still in love with you in a lot of levels. Totally. What?
I accept.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
exactly what Ashley wanted to hear.
Because that's the truth. So I used to date this guy in LA. He was this Russian dude, super fucking hot, but he was also weirdly psychotic. Like, I'd call him up and I'd be like, hey, Johnny, I need you to come by. He's like, I'm 10 minutes away. No matter when I called him, he was 10 minutes away. And I'm like, why are you always 10 minutes from me?
It's like Cher's dad in the Valley in Clueless. Everything
Yes,
is
it's
20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always 10 minutes away. Literally, he would just, and I'm like, no, Tony was his name. I said, whatever I said. Tony was his name. I went back to LA to like visit, and we just so happened to like stop by his house. I didn't even know like that was the house we were going to. He had another black woman that looked exactly like, and I said, wow, Tony, you got a poor man's Franqi? Like, cute. And he like literally told her like, you go in the room, and like wouldn't let her come out.
my God.
And then just sat there like
Because
gazing into
if
my
the
yeah.
two of you
Gazing into
met,
your eyes.
you'd
create
a time
time
warp.
warp.
Yeah.
The time warp would happen.
It was actually just you from the future.
Right, it was just me from the future.
That's why he's always 10 minutes away. He has a time machine.
That probably is right. He's sending future him to me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a mind.
He is fucking at all times.
This is mind fucking
Literally,
me.
He
Word.
invented he stole the Russian time machine from the Russians.
Yep, he sure did.
And was like, I'm going to use it just to fuck.
Only
Franqi.
Franqi.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Honestly, that is the ideal reason to use a time machine. Fuck killing baby Hitler.
Yeah,
We gotta
nah.
fuck future Frenchie.
you gotta fuck future Frenchie. I'll take it.
love
Yeah,
it.
but the reason I'm bringing it up is because I am also, I showed you this girl's picture.
Dating
Yeah, but
someone
you-
that looks like them.
You
Not
need to,
dating someone that looks
you
like
need to
that.
not do this.
Okay.
You can prevent.
you
only you
can
can
prevent
prevent-
forest fires.
Only you can prevent doppelgangers.
That's good.
I have been talking on Instagram to a girl who's very funny. That to me, it's
very attractive.
It's very attractive,
not,
yeah.
She's fun. She's not like, oh, you're a funny regular human being.
Right.
She is professionally funny.
Oh, nice. Is she a comedian?
No, she's an actor.
Oh, okay.
I dated an actor who was incredibly funny and who I like had this intense trauma bond with. And now, look at Kate's face because Kate, okay, it was the unhealthiest relationship of my life. We were in the closet. A lot of it was sexless. And then when sex came back, it came back in this like super unhealthy way.
Gotcha.
It was the relationship that catalyzed this entire podcast.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, I have to just change my entire life.
Yeah.
And I want to say about this person, I don't think they're listening, and I'm sure they wouldn't care what nice things I said about them. But I loved this person so much. Our connection was so strong and real, but it was also very unhealthy. And I think they would agree.
Yeah.
This girl that I'm talking to looks so much like this girl.
Yeah.
Is an actor. Oh, no. And like, I just
and charming you with her wit.
So charming, so like in control in this way that is familiar for me from this other. I don't want to say that she's controlling because I don't know.
No,
her.
I get what you like in command of who they are.
Yes,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And to the point where I don't know this girl. She could be amazing, but I'm frightened. I'm frightened
I get that.
of how much she is like my ex.
Here's my question. Are you attracted to this person because it reminds you of your ex?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you get what I'm saying? Rather than really being attracted to that person.
Right. You're saying it might, the fact that they're so similar to my ex.
That's why I'm saying you can avoid this, because that's what I picked up on. Because you brought it up. I wasn't like, hey, Ashley, crazy. She just looks just like her. You were like, is this too similar? So it's
what do you think? Are these two?
You're saying
left or right?
You're saying as long as I don't make her into the doppelganger.
Right. I think it's fine. Yeah. If you are attracted to this person's inner spirit or whatever it is that attracts you to people.
As long as I'm not bringing something unhealthy.
Right.
This is another thing. You can create unhealthy situations with healthy people, and then you're both healthy people separately, but together. Yep. You're insane.
Yeah. And you know what? Speaking things out loud sometimes takes away their power. So if you were like, this is so weird, but you remind me of my ex, and I know that you're not her. So like, that's something I'm thinking of. I know that seems weird to say.
No, I know. I get what you're saying.
I 100% agree with that. But yeah, that's my gay sex from this week. Just thinking a lot about not bringing trauma from the past into the future.
I love it.
Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world.
That's him. That's my ex.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing him up.
Let's
talk
about
him
the
for
elephant
some money? His divorced wife looks just like his new girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
I think so.
See, even the most, I mean, we've got to talk to his therapist. I'm assuming he has a therapist.
I don't know.
He probably owns a couple of therapists. He probably owns some of those for sure. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
The comedic timing on that was just mwah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, that's my gay sex from this week. And before we get to more gay sex, just a quick reminder that the Patreon is so helpful for me. Just remember that we're a small operation. It's me and an editor and an intern, booker, producer, and Kate. And all it takes is one. If everyone donated $1, we would have so much more money to go around and to spare and to get new things like an editing computer. And right now, if you donate to the Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS, not only do you get free tickets to my shows, bonus episodes, uncut content, uncut video, stand-up comedy, cameos with me, Zoom calls with me, you also are having that donation matched by Cool Hand Movers and having that donated to the Queer Detainee Empowerment Project. What a time to be a patron. Patreon.com/WHGS. Thank you, guys. Franqi, did you have gay sex this week?
I did not. I've been working like a maniac.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I haven't even had straight sex. Like, I literally have not fucked my husband. Like, and he's like he literally called. He's like, we didn't have sex while you were in town. I'm like, you know that I don't care. you do know that, right? Not literally, because he's 100% wonderful. I'm very, very lucky and blessed to have him.
Obviously, is a very understanding human being.
Well, you know what it is? It's not even understanding. I get chills every time I think about it, and it's probably very because I've never had this with any person that in existence, not even family.
Once again, I do not have chills because men, but keep going.
Well, no, it's not even about his maleness. It's about the fact that he believes in me. That's the only reason he supports me. It's not he doesn't understand. He hates that I leave. But he's like, I know what you're destined for, and I'm not going to stand in the way of that.
That makes me want
That's
to cry.
special.
Yeah, and like I've never had that with a friend, a parent, no one. And even when like I came home literally, and it was like, okay, I'm only here for a couple hours, and then I got to leave. And he's like, I get it, And what human? No one wants that. You know what I mean? He's faithful. You know what I mean? We have a very clear, established relationship in terms of dating outside of that. So we're both welcome to, like, if I'm out of town, I can see whoever I want, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's always like, you come first for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Period. At the end of the day, nothing else matters. And I can really trust and be comfortable in that.
Yeah.
Where I've never had that before. So it's very cool. So as far, no sex at all for me in the last week.
Well,
thanks for making me think about it, Ashley. Now I'm realizing I'm very horny. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, your husband asked us to ask you that and make you feel guilty and horny.
He sent us
your
a
husband
message.
from the future time
Is
traveled here.
Come on in, Charles. You're gonna fuck him on the podcast.
Come on down. Literally. Do you have a gay sex story that you'd like to share or a bad date? Because I know you're full of stories. Usually I don't put people on the spot like this.
No, I have a bad
And
date.
you can take a time to think.
I have it.
Great.
My worst relationship with a woman. Her name was Michelle. I'm gonna just say her name because fuck her. And she looked like Michelle.
I don't know if ethically I have to go in and bleep this now, but
I'm not gonna say her last name, but her
Call
name
our
is
lawyers.
in New York. There's a okay. She looked like
SQU, the special queer unit, making sure that no one gets canceled.
But she looked exactly like Michelle Rodriguez. And
Okay.
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was in love with her, really for real. I think we're gonna get married because I'm a sappy idiot. And
You're also a queer woman. And
every woman. I never know when women are I never know. I'm like, are we doing this? And they're like, no. I'm like, totally. Yeah. Nope. That's right. Yeah. Got it. Yep. My bad.
But
I thought we
you
were.
have the confidence to ask. I just want our listeners to know better to ask.
Yes.
Better to ask. Totally better to
Better
ask.
to ask.
Better to ask. And I was completely like head over heels for this girl, and her birthday was coming up, and she was also bi. And so I'm like, well, this is great. Everything is just aligning. It was not. And and so I threw her this big ass birthday party. I was living in LA at the time.
You little simp.
I was. I'm talking DJs. Like, it was a fucking blowout. Like, it was dope. It was so amazing. And like halfway through the party, she's just gone. And I'm like, hey, have you guys seen Michelle? Anybody seen Michelle? She was outside in my car fucking her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, and I'm standing outside the car going, why are you
saw it.
Yeah, so I was looking for her.
Oh my
And so I went
gosh.
outside, and at the time I smoked cigarettes, so I'm standing outside smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, why are my car windows foggy? Huh, that's weird. Oh God, there's somebody in it. Oh my God, guys, help me. There's a stranger in my car.
Oh God.
It's my girlfriend. Those are her butt cheeks.
How long
Yeah.
did they
Oh my
take to
God.
figure out that you were witnessing?
When I started banging on the window, like,
Yeah.
guys, what are you doing? And they're like, just go away. Just go away.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So they
yeah.
were high. They had to have been drunk or high to be like, just go away.
I don't know, but I know they didn't. Like, someone else ended up taking me home. Like, they wouldn't come out of the car.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
like a friend ended up taking me home.
Yo,
like, kind of
she
like
is fucked up.
So,
That is
like,
that is
so
next
fucked
level.
up.
it's, that's next. Like, yeah.
How does shame not immediately?
Yeah. The
Right.
fact that she didn't feel shame makes me feel like
she felt zero shame.
Either she's a sociopath or she wanted you to see it.
It could have been either. But this is the thing with me. Even if I love you, I'm so easy breezy with things. Like, you can literally.
So you were fucking a man in my car.
No,
happens all the time.
not that. No, but what I'm saying is, if you don't want to be with me,
Oh yeah.
just say like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
like I'm good on this relationship. We can still have the party. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
but don't like in my
Yeah.
car.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's super
Inside
fucked
of
up.
my car, and then you
Yeah.
wouldn't let me in it to go home. I had to like.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Although,
Yeah.
would you want to drive home with all the smells and things?
No, I'm sure, and it looked pretty jizzy in there. It looked,
Oh,
they were getting
no.
jizzy with it. Yeah, for sure. I'm better than that. I promise. I am better than
I'm not.
that.
I laughed.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, and then I was looking for the time travel reference because we're going back to 1999.
Yeah. It was about around somewhere in that era. So that was my worst date story.
Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
So, I mean, I have since healed. I was fuck you, Michelle, for a long time. Like I was just screaming into the void for a long time.
I've only just reached that point about the ex that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm only for the first time, and I still like, it's mixed feelings, but now I'm finally open to the part of me that was like, that was fucked up, and you have every right to be angry. You have every right to be angry about that.
Yep.
Took me a long time. We're talking so much about healing. I'm curious what you feel, because I know what I feel I did to get to a place where I could separate myself from the old ways that I knew how to love and into the new ways. I'm curious the things that the action items that the listener could like. What are some things that you did to help heal yourself?
So here's where it's going to get a little interesting. So my husband and I, we've been together for 20 years.
Oh,
so
damn.
he right when I was like coming out of all of my worst shit, like he and I started dating probably a year probably 2 years after Michelle, and then a year after like my second big love. And so I dumped all of my shit, all of that trauma and grossness. Blah, 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 blah. I just vomited it all over him in his life, right? Yeah. There's definitely a universe where he and I are not together, where one of us murdered the other one. That happened. But the interesting thing about it is, and I do not recommend this, I don't think, in the logical brain sense, but we like healed together.
Yeah.
We put a lot of work into ourselves, into each other, learning, because our relationship was super toxic when we first got together. I was a monster. I didn't even know it. But he loved me so much, or whatever the connection was so strong, we couldn't leave each other you know what I mean? Like it felt like, well, we can't, I have to be with you. Like this just feels like we're supposed to be together. And then over the years, we went to therapy separately. We went to therapy together, and we got honest, not just with ourselves, but with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, this is really the only relationship where like I trust him completely. Yeah. Like I don't worry about anything when it comes to him. Like someone one time said, well, he's not your best friend. Like your husband can't be your best friend. Would he call you if he had like a dead hooker in the trunk and like a key of cocaine in the car? I said, no, he wouldn't. He would look next to him in the passenger seat and go, what the fuck are we going to do? We have a dead hooker in the trunk. That's my best friend. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he loved me when I couldn't love myself. And I did the same for him. And so I think the big thing it took was honesty.
Yeah, radical honesty with yourself and your
uncomfortable honesty.
Because now when I talk with women, now that I'm single, I'm straight up like, I am not emotionally available. These are the boundaries that I have. And because I'm kind in the way that I present that information, they actually hear it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid to share stuff like that. They're afraid to tell their partners when they've done something wrong. And then and then it builds up and it becomes a slippery slope, and you're keeping that shit inside of you, and then it all
comes crumbling down.
And sometimes it's because you don't want to admit it to yourself too.
True.
When you're not admitting it to the other person. Like you rationally, intellectually know that you've done something wrong, but emotionally you can't admit to it.
Yeah, you don't want to say. No one wants to say I'm a bad person, or I've been a bad person, or I did a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think that's the big difference for Charles and I, is that we have those conversations in the moment when it's happening, and bigger than that, when we can't talk to each other, we'll say, you know what, I can't do this right now.
Yep,
I need to walk away.
Yeah,
and then when I can do this, we can do it later.
Not forcing it
and not saying you're gonna talk to me now. No, you don't. I don't owe you this moment. You know what I mean? We don't owe people our moments. You have to be respectful of, like you said, of boundaries.
Yeah,
right.
If I can't handle it, you gotta understand and respect that.
But that you'll come back.
That will come back. That's the other key.
Where the trust comes in.
That's where the trust comes in. That will definitely. I do that with my daughter too, though.
Yeah.
I'll. People are always like, "Oh, they're 15. Oh, that must be terrible." And I'm like, "No, because I didn't raise a fucking cunt." They're actually super cool. And they have issues. And in those moments, I'm like, "Hey, buddy, like, what's going on? You want to talk?" No. And I'm like, "Okay, well, you're not currently fit for public consumption. So go hang out in your room, think about yourself, and come back and let's talk."
Yeah. Process.
100% of the time they come back, it could be 5 minutes. It might be a day later, but 100% of the time they'll come back. You know what? I was hungry, I was sleepy, I was angry, whatever it was, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
You know, and I give them that space to think about their emotions. I didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, you're crying? Pow! Well, let me give you something to cry about more. You just fucking gave me something. I'm already crying about the first thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't get that. So I think it's the communication, the honesty, and the trust.
What a deep episode.
Indeed.
Look, let me tell you something. When you're fucking with the French kiss, it gets deep. Okay. Oh, that was gross. Yeah, but I heard it as I said it.
I liked it, though.
Yeah, I heard it after it came out.
She's in your tonsils. It's French. Franqi French.
That little dangly thing in the back of your throat. Okay, all right. That was too far. That was a step. Okay, I heard it.
Do you mind if we go to Kate?
Yeah. Come on, Kate.
Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
Okay, my gay sex for the week is a blast from the past, since we're on the whole time machine thing. And it's a straight interaction.
Oh, great.
As straight as an interaction with me could be.
So it was pretty fucking gay. It's pretty fucking gay, bro.
So
no hetero.
So I was, man, I just remembered a detail of this story that does not make me out to seem like a good person. Okay.
Yes,
well, we're being very open about what bad
we're
people
clearly
we are.
animals.
I really liked this girl, and it was like a no-go, but I was all riled up.
A no-go because she wasn't interested in you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you
I
at
was
a party?
At a party.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're at a party. It's a no-go with this girl. I'm feeling disappointed, but also still horny. Because I had all that sexual hope.
Maybe
right,
sexual hope is so powerful.
Do you have confidence?
So I think I did have confidence. Kind of like a manufactured confidence through like forced femininity.
Didn't we on a previous episode have sexual regret?
Yeah.
Sexual hope.
Sexual hope and sexual regret.
Yeah. Hilarious.
The two sides of the coin of life.
Okay. So
I think maybe sexual hope and sexual regret is what dominates everyone's brain from the time you're like 15 to 25.
I'm going to say probably about 10. I was an early bloomer.
Yeah, well,
okay, fair enough.
When did I first have sexual hope? Probably the end of 7th grade, 8th grade.
So I was a late bloomer, but I think that it gave my sexual hope a lot of time to build up. Which is important for this story. So I, on the grand scale, I had a lot of sexual hope. This night had a lot of sexual hope. It was a no-go with the girl, and there was this like cute boy there.
Yeah.
And I had like the fake confidence of like high heels and a short skirt, which
love it. Yes.
and like my soccer thighs just like all the way out.
I love that you call them soccer thighs.
Kate played for the national Puerto Rican soccer team.
I'm gonna punch your face. That's so awesome. I love
that's
that.
So fucking cool.
They did
Olympic qualifiers.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to me? You're way fucking cooler. What the fuck?
They're very
my
cool.
past glory life, my glory days.
That's
and
amazing.
they're also an NBC, the late night writers workshop, right?
Yes.
Hey, I love it. Yeah.
And they rejected me from everything.
Whores, the lot of them.
Who's the winner now? Still NBC.
Nothing but a bunch of dime store hookers. The lot of them. All of them. Every last one of them.
You don't want to lose your contract. We'll cut
Just
that.
cut goblin monsters. Go ahead, Kate.
So I like started dancing with this guy.
Grinding, I get it.
Yeah, grinding, and we like started making out. And the one bad thing is like the girl was there, and so it wasn't for her. It was definitely for me. But like in the back of my head, it was like a little bit.
Yeah.
Was she gay, or was she bi, or?
She was gay.
Okay.
So it was really
so that's
it was like a personal.
That's a really large fuck you.
I would feel hurt.
And you know what? It's not a fuck you. She wasn't into it. Like that's okay. But it wasn't like straight girl being like, oh no, and that really just.
Please do that face again, please.
No.
That is such a straight girl.
I will say
straight
this.
listeners. I enjoyed the face, and I will have sex with you.
Oh, samesies. I didn't say I wouldn't fuck. Come on, I'm not an animal. Go ahead.
Okay, so it was like a personal. It wasn't like, oh, she's just not into.
Yeah, but it was
girls.
just for you.
It was like she's not into me.
Yeah.
So she was there while me and this guy started making out, and then me and this guy go back to my place. We're like making out, and he like goes to the bathroom for a second, and he comes back, and we have like some open communication about what's gonna happen. And he was like, I don't know, like we're friends, and I don't want to like jeopardize anything like that. And I think what he really wanted was to bang without any consequences. But I was like, perfect, we'll just make out for 3 hours.
I'm just gonna
You're like, I know what men want.
I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
Which was pussy.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
He really was cute, and I really was attracted to him. And we were like
I like
making.
how you're playing with your hair as you tell this
Just-
story.
Right?
It's
I'm
so
in
femme.
the time machine
It's
right
so
now.
Yeah, you're in the time machine. You're
I
back.
dig it. I dig it.
Your
I
hair
have a
is
very,
long.
I have a very visual memory, so I like feel like I'm like sitting
in the moment.
on my bed.
Yeah.
Wearing the outfit that I was wearing. So
Yeah.
that was probably it. So he's like, yeah, I don't want to like go too far and jeopardize the friendship. And I was like, great, like let's just kiss and keep our clothes on. And that was like the boundary that we set. And so we were just like making out, having a good time. Corniest line, I loved it. He like reached to go like up my skirt and I was like, no, like let's stick to like the boundary we set. And he was like, sorry, I'm thinking with the wrong head. And I was like,
I'd have been like, is it Max Headroom? Okay, never mind. That's such an obscure reference.
we just kept, so we kept making out.
Oh my god.
And because of all the
I
sexual,
know. I hate him.
no, he's lovely.
You like the line?
No, the line sucks.
The line is terrible.
But
It's
he was a nice
hilarious.
guy.
It's hilarious.
If I was making out with someone,
I feel like he says that to other people. I feel like
Maybe.
he's practiced
like that's
that
his
line.
jam, maybe.
I mean, yeah, you probably don't come up with that drunk on a Saturday night at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking with the wrong.
He said that once to a girl and she laughed out of pity, and now he says it to
Every girl,
woman.
every single woman on the street, it doesn't matter. He's just saying it.
But you
He's
know
talking to
what?
his mom on the phone. He was
Sorry,
like,
Mom, I'm thinking with the wrong head.
As cheesy as it was, the whole night was like a master class in like checking in with each other and keeping the boundaries. So
Cute. I like
that's,
it. I
and
dig
that's
it.
impressive
It's
for a
kinda
young
hot
man.
because
I
you're
would say.
feeling like you want to do more, but you're not necessarily
Yes.
doing more, which
Yeah.
can be very hot.
Okay,
Which can
so
be, a little too hot. Like, I just
Right?
came everywhere. Sorry.
okay, so that is what happened.
Yeah.
He can't.
No,
You did.
yeah.
No, you're a man, Kate. Kate.
I was so full of sexual hope.
Every
I'm
story,
so proud of you.
Every story.
She just comes out of nowhere.
Kate is confused about their gender. Is
I'm
finger-
sorry. They, sorry.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's right. You did say that.
Fingering some girl is like, do you have two clits? I'm like, you don't know what the clit is. You're a man.
Yeah.
Kate, you're a man.
That's hilarious. You are, dude. I
you
love
came
it.
in your pants,
yeah, I
with
did.
no
I love
touching,
it.
Yeah, well, you know, when you're making out and you're kind of like
Dry
against each
humping.
other. Yeah, a little dry
but like
humping.
intense dry humping.
No, I was just
You're a
so
man.
full of sexual hope, and he
100% a
is
man.
attractive, and I love making out, and I just
I can see that.
Right?
I've been there before.
No,
and
I
just-
am not there.
Oh, really?
And
Oh my God. Yeah, I can totally
from
come
light dry humping.
from light dry. Abso-fucking-lutely.
okay, great. Now I don't feel so alone.
Absolutely. That's how I learned to come.
Right?
When I was 4 years old, sorry, but this is the truth. I was standing in my family home and I was like reading a book or something and just kind of bouncing against the sofa, but
Sure.
it was like clit height.
Yeah.
And so it was like hitting me on the clit.
Most sofa arms are
height.
around clit height.
Yes.
By design.
Right.
For learning
This
how to trib.
purpose.
It always comes back to tribbing.
Everything does. And me, a young pup, I was like, oh, that feels interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kept bumping against the sofa and I was like, I don't know what this is. Holy shit.
You
Woo!
came?
I guess, yes.
That's crazy. I didn't have my first orgasm until college. And
Oh, wow.
but-
I was
and it
flicking
was
this
self-
vein all
Everyone's
through
different,
elementary
yeah.
school.
yeah, everyone's
Everyone's
different.
different.
But I do think there need to be, and I hope everyone, listener, take this in the right way. There are so many stories about men masturbating as children, like fucking different objects.
Oh yeah.
I want more
Women to do
women
that. Yeah.
fucking different objects, like childhood
sure.
masturbation
Well,
stories.
famously in the movie about fucking a pie, the girl also fucked herself with a musical instrument.
That flute. That's true.
I haven't seen it in years.
American
but
Pie. Yeah. It was a flute, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
This
Well,
one
good.
time at band
Good,
camp.
good. But that is a myth because I mean maybe you'd fuck yourself with a
Right.
flute, but
Yeah, that's like
I
a
want
next
more.
next
I
level.
want more clit stuff.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I think it's a lot of pillows.
Yeah, a lot of pillows.
That was I graduated to a pillow. After that, I was like, well, if I could do this with an arm, a sofa arm, imagine what we could do with a pillow, right?
Ba, 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 ba,
Yeah.
ba, ba, ba.
Okay, so you want to know the kicker on this story?
Please.
Yes.
I was embarrassed, so I was silent.
Oh, you're like,
I could have been like, But I
you didn't make noise.
didn't make noise at all.
You quiet came.
I just like quiet came because I was like, he'll think it's weird.
Yeah.
So we keep making out, and then still only very light dry humping. He was like, I want you to come.
You're like, oh.
From dry humping. And I didn't feel like I could be like, I already did.
So you faked it?
So I faked it. And that's the only time I've ever faked it.
But you didn't. You know, that's what's
Right, but I
hilarious.
didn't.
It was just on a delay.
It was on a
It
delay.
was a time traveling orgasm.
That's
Time travel.
This is an orgasm from the past.
this is hilarious.
I owe you
love
one,
that.
so here it is.
I love that for you. That's hilarious.
That's a great story, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
You're
better
not
than
a bad
mine. That was
person.
So good. Yeah, you're not a bad person at all.
Look,
That's
I'm
great.
not pro
No,
fake
I just-
orgasm, but
yeah.
that's a very specific scenario.
Yeah, and that was a very nice
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to do. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I feel like I would have done that too. Like, ooh. Well, you're late on that trigger, buddy. You're right. Hold on a second. Oh my God. I'm almost there. Holy shit. Oh my God. What's your name again? Yeah, okay, John. Oh my God, John. Yeah, it'd have been that whole thing. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're
Well, I'm steady,
Tucking.
tucking behind the ear. You know what? I've never met anyone that's similar to me in this way. So I'm very interested in you. And I want to, but I want to understand you as a human. So, and I'm not being funny right now, though this may sound funny, but growing up when I was little, there weren't words for how I felt inside. So I would tell people that I think that I'm a gay white man inside. And because that was what made sense in my brain. Why I was white, I don't know. I think it was the entitlement. But but I feel like when I am very feminine, I feel like I'm playing a woman. I don't ever feel like a woman, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I have that line too, but more for you.
I think the confidence that I was feeling during those years, all dressed up like that, is maybe similar to how a drag queen feels.
Right. Okay, that makes sense to my brain.
Yeah.
That was another thing I wanted to do, was have someone do me in drag.
Yeah.
They're like, but you're a woman. I was like, right, I get that.
Right.
They're like, do you want to be a drag king? And I'm like, no.
And
like
when I think of you,
hyper.
when I think
Right.
of you dressed up like that, when I see those photos, it does remind me of drag. And
Interesting.
when I get dressed up like that, or when I did, it feels like drag. But for me, I think the line is probably a little further. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there is a line where I start to stop feeling feminine and start feeling like fake feminine, or like presenting as feminine. I don't know where that line is.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
I think for me, it depends. Like when someone, because oftentimes people are like, Franqi, you got to dress like this. And I'm like, that's not me. I don't want to put heels on I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so in those moments, if I let someone else kind of dress me up, then I feel it feels false and phony.
Yeah.
But in the same token, when I do it myself, I feel very confident. I feel super sexy and attractive. I'm like, they don't even know that I'm not a woman. It's like, bitch, you are though. Also, see, I'm not even kidding.
That's my exact experience in college. Is like to go out to a party, I would wear like my slutty feminine clothes, and I'd be like, let's go. And then literally they've meant very, very well. My aunts took me shopping for clothes to wear to class, like kind of like more professional than, because I just wore like soccer clothes for the first 20 years of my life.
Hilarious.
So they took me shopping and like bought me clothes that would be nice, feminine clothes to wear to class, and that I felt like a doll.
Right. It feels false and
Yeah.
like I wouldn't pick this for myself, because my idea of femininity too is different.
Right.
I'm like, give me some slick fucking stilettos and some leather pants. That's my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be fucking John Travolta in Grease.
Yeah.
But that's not the lady part. You heard what I said.
You heard what I said.
What I mean? I got chills. They're multiplying. So yeah.
I feel that way on the mask side too. I feel like when I get too mask, I start to have like a weird reaction too, where I feel like this makes me uncomfortable. This is like too much for me.
I think
I feel very in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that can happen to me on like the mask side of things, but it's not
Because you're a man that comes in your pants.
like if I try to like really butch it up, it's not that it's too masculine for me, it's that I don't feel like I can like pull it off or whatever. And I think gaining weight has really helped with that. Like I just like I can shop in the men's section and like fill out the clothes. My like belly goes out further than my chest, so then that like changes the whole shape of things.
Interesting.
Yeah. So thank you guys for sharing that with me, because I've
Oh
always.
yeah, it was a great question.
Franqi's closing out the podcast.
Oh, shut your face. Oh, sorry.
No, close us out.
No,
I know, but
we're right on.
We're right on time.
Oh, seriously, but thank you guys. I appreciate you sharing that with me, only because I've always felt like that, but I've never had a verbal conversation with anyone about it. And so I'm like, am I weird? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel weird, and so I don't identify as male or female.
Yeah,
Like, I even have an X on my license.
Oh, nice.
Under my gender, because I just I'm like, neither one of those really works for me. And I like being who I am when I want to be, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what
I've appreciated this conversation too. It made me think a lot.
Well, I really respect the mutual admiration and appreciation, but I'm just going to take ownership of this. That's what this podcast is for. That's why if you're new and you're listening for Franqi, we love these conversations. So.
Yeah, this is great. I've never met a bi woman that's so similar to how I view things, ever.
Yeah.
Never, never, never. They're always very femme.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Kate's you from the future.
Oh, shit. Now it all makes sense. It makes sense. And with the soccer thighs, I should have known. I didn't play. I always wanted to, though. And I just got the thighs.
It's never too late to start.
I'm down.
Well,
this was amazing.
We loved having you. Tell the listeners what you're working on so that they can come and find you, your Instagram, everything.
Yeah, please follow me on Instagram. It's at Franqi French, which is spelled weird. The whites love to put a U in there, and I know that a U should be in there, but it's not. It's spelled Franqi.
I actually love the way it's
Me
as
too.
the whites here. I did not want to put a U in there, and I loved that it was a Q.
Thank you. Everyone, even when I spell it, they go Q-U-I, and I'm like, nope, no U, and they're like, what? Like their brain just blows
Wouldn't
up.
that
I don't
be
understand.
Franqi French?
It would be Franqi French.
We should ask your mom.
She's dead.
Isn't it French? Wouldn't it be French?
Oh, maybe
not. We'll cut
Is
that
that
joke.
why I picked that last name? Because to honor my mom?
Oh, you picked your last name.
Yeah, so
for sure that's your mom.
Yeah, I was working.
That's 100%.
I was an
Should talk about that in
executive.
therapy.
I was a executive director for a tech company when I started comedy.
Oh, what
and
company?
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Fair
did
enough,
not end on good terms. And
I used to work in tech.
Oh,
yeah, but we'll talk another time.
And so I didn't want anyone to see my comedy and then report me and I get fired.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
just used a moniker. And the first name is actually my husband's nickname, and so I could have him with me all the time. I know, gay. And and then I wanted a nice name that had a good alliteration, so I picked French.
It's a great name.
It's a
Thank
perfect
you.
It's a very famous name.
it is.
You're
We'll
man
see.
of Frenching.
I'm man of Frenching. So Franqi French. And then all of my other pages are there in my profile, and you can click on those and follow those podcasts.
Yeah, go
and let's
listen.
hang out.
Go listen to her podcast.
By the way, they're gay. It's my favorite. That's my favorite. And nonprofits is also fun too. We spotlight different
We have
nonprofits.
so many young listeners, so I'm sure they will be a great fit for.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we're on hiatus, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll post about it. So make sure you follow me. Definitely come check it out. My daughter's on. They are bananas. You guys, if you are in the kind of young range, will love them. They are bananas. Yeah, bananas.
Well, thank you. This was wonderful.
Yeah, this was
awesome.
wonderful.
Great recording. Great episode. We're done. And the gay thought this week is going to come from you guys. I went on to my Discord. We have a really fun Discord community going. I'll throw it on my Instagram this week. It's a lot of fun. It's just queer people and allies hanging out, making conversation. I know some people have made some friends on there. And I asked them this week what the gay thought should be. And so here are some of my favorites. Why do we call it... There's an airplane. Hold for airplane. Why is every woman in the Olympics so attractive? Are they attractive, or am I just really gay? Thinking about driving 5 hours just to fuck my girlfriend and then driving 5 hours back. Smiley face. Why is it so much easier to casually come out to people when you're in a queer relationship? I just used to slip my girlfriend into conversation and it was really easy, but now I feel like I have no idea how I'm going to work it in other than just doing a WHGS intro at the top of every conversation I have. Those are the gay thoughts. One last time, this episode was sponsored by Cool Hand Movers, a great local New York City moving company. Go check them out on Instagram if you're planning on a move in the future, because WHGS listeners get 10% off, and they are matching Patreon donations to our Patreon and donating them to QDEP, the Queer Detainee Empowerment Project. Patreon.com/WHGS. Have a great week, guys.